Okay, so let's face it, solving problems are a part of everyday life. Everyone solves problems. Some examples I have here, what courses should I take next quarter so I can progress to my degree? What time should I leave campus so I can stop at the drugstore and then pick up my son before my child care center closes at 6? How expensive a car can I buy so the loan payments are less than 10% of my income? And you can come up with many, many others. But problems are everywhere. So what are problems? Well, a problem exists when there is a situation you want to resolve, but no solution is readily apparent. Problem solving is the process by which the unfamiliar situation is resolved. So let's take something simple. Is 3 plus 7 a problem? Well, for you, it's probably not a problem, since you immediately know the solution is 10. It could be a problem for a child in kindergarten, however. So to solve this problem, the child would first have to understand the notation. She would need to know how to read numerals and know what is meant by the addition sign. To find the solution, she might devise a plan to count out 3 blocks and then 7 more blocks, and then count out how many there are when she puts the numbers together. So after carrying out that plan, she could then announce that 3 plus 7 equals 10. Well, a man named George Pólya was a great champion when it comes to the field of teaching effective problem-solving skills. He was born in 1887, received a PhD at the University of Budapest, and was a professor at Stanford University, along many other places. And he wrote many mathematical papers, along with 3 books. His most famous is titled How to Solve It, published in 1945. In his book, How to Solve It, Pólya gave a 4-step method for solving mathematical problems. So the first thing you have to do is understand what the problem is asking. After you understand, then you make a plan. Then the 3rd step, carry out the plan. And then the 4th step, look back on your work and see if you can try to improve it or, check your work. So this is all well and good, but how do you actually do these steps? Well, let's take an example. The earlier description of a kindergarten child solving a problem 3 plus 7 could illustrate the 4 steps. So first, understand the problem. The child must understand the symbols for the numbers and the addition sign before being able to begin solving the problem. So you have to understand the 3 and the 7, you have to understand the plus, and putting it all together. The next step is make out a plan. So the child devises the plan the child devises could be to use blocks to find the solution. With the plan to count out the number of blocks for each of the 2 numbers being added. And then put the piles together and count out the total number of blocks. So to carry out the plan, the child would then carry out the plan with the blocks. So in this case, we have 3 blocks set aside and then 7 other blocks. Altogether, 3 plus 7 is 10 blocks. And then finally, look back. The child could look back and realize that she could write the answer 10. She could also check whether there are any additional problems to solve. She might decide to check her counting by counting again. And also, upon doing many problems along these lines, the child might notice something that is new to her. That when she wants to find the total of number of blocks, she does not need to count all of them again. Rather, she just remembered that the pile of 7 was just added, and then go from there. And count 8, 9, 10. So start with your pile of 7, and then add the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And you got your answer. This method is sometimes called counting on.